In this video, we will try to solve a problem regarding Stekelberg duopoly model. The question was asked by a person, Mani Khan, on Economets Telegram channel. The question is like this: suppose in industry is two firms. We have two firms, sorry, a Stekelberg leader and a follower. The price of the industry is given by P is equal to 36 minus Q, where Q is the total output of the two firms. Okay, the leader has a marginal cost of $0 and sorry, the follower has the marginal cost of $0 and leader has a marginal cost of $9. We have to find out the amount of output that the leader will produce in order to maximize its profits. Okay, basically this is a Stekelberg duopoly model. In this case, we have two firms. Okay, we have firm 1. Okay, firm 1 here, firm 1, let us say it is leader. Okay, and we have firm second, what we call the follower. Okay, so I will explain in a detailed video about the Stekelberg duopoly model. Okay, but there is only one difference between Carnot model and a Stekelberg model. That is, in Carnot model there is a simultaneous move, but in case of Stekelberg model, there is a sequential move. That means if firm 1 decides its output first, firm 2 will react according to the output decided by firm 1. Okay, so let's try to solve this question. So we have industry demand is given by P is equal to 36 minus Q. Here Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2, because we have only two firms and output total output produced will be equal to Q. So we can write it like this. This is equal to 36 minus Q1 minus Q2. Okay, this is our inverse demand function for the industry. Okay, what is the marginal cost? Marginal cost for 1, which is the Stekelberg leader here, its marginal cost is given by 9, and the marginal cost for firm 2 is given by, that is $0, which the question has told us. Okay, now how do we solve this very question? First, let us say, I will write it here. Let us say our firm 1 is the Stekelberg, what we call Stekelberg. I am not able to pronounce it correctly. Okay, Stekelberg leader. Okay, if we assume this is the leader, which the question also tells us, then what is the output that she will produce? Let me write, output will be equal to Q1. Okay, firm 1, which is leader, will produce an output of Q1. Okay, what is marginal cost of firm 1? It is 9. Okay, now how can we find the output produced by firm 1? For that, we need to find the reaction function for of firm 2. Okay, so we need to find, first let me write it here. First we need to find reaction function of firm 2. Okay, firm 2. How do we find the reaction function? I have explained in detail in the Carnot duopoly model how to find the reaction curve. So but I will also try to recapitulate it here. How do we find the reaction function? So reaction function for firm 2 is given by, first we find total revenue for firm 2 is equal to price into quantity. Okay, Q2, what is price is being given us here, 36 minus Q1 minus Q2. Okay, to this we multiply Q2. Okay, so this comes out to be 36 Q2 minus Q1 Q2 minus Q2 square. This is total revenue. What is marginal revenue? Marginal revenue is the derivative of total revenue, so with respect to quantity. Okay, so Q2, that means 36, derivative of Q2 is 1. Here derivative of Q2 is 1, so we are left with Q1. Derivative of Q2 square is 2 Q2. Okay, this is our marginal revenue. And what is marginal cost for firm second, which is being given as 0. Okay, so profit maximization will require we equate marginal revenue for firm 2 with its marginal cost. Okay, that means this 36 minus Q1 minus 2Q2 should be equal to 0. That is the marginal cost, which implies if we transpose this will become 2Q2 is equal to 36 minus Q1, or Q2 is equal to, transposing this 2 here, it will get divided to each of these terms. So 36 upon 2 is 18 minus Q1 upon 2. Okay, so first we need to find the reaction function for firm 2. Okay, so this is the reaction function. I have explained it in detail in the Carnot-Duopoly model, how what is meant by this reaction function. Okay, so a reaction function for firm 2 comes out to be Q2 is equal to 18 minus Q1 upon 2. Okay, this is the reaction function for firm 2. Okay, now the output that firm 1 will decide in order to maximize its profits. How do we find? We just need to plug this very reaction function, okay, into the total revenue function of firm 1. Okay, so for firm 1, let me write it here. For firm 1, what is total revenue? Total revenue for firm 1 is equal to P into Q1. And what is P? P is being given us here 36 minus Q1 minus Q2. To this we multiply Q1. Okay, so this comes out to be 36 minus Q1. In place of Q2 we insert this reaction function. Okay, this reaction function. So in place of Q2 minus I will write here 18 minus Q1 upon 2. Okay, to this we multiply with Q1 obviously. Let me write it here. That means total revenue for firm 1 is equal to, let me solve this first. This is 36 minus 18 comes out to be 18. So I will write it here to save the space obviously. So we have 18 minus Q1, minus into minus is plus, plus Q1 upon 2. To this we have to multiply Q1. Okay, so again solving this, we have minus Q1 plus Q1 upon 2. Actually it is like this, Q1 upon 2 minus Q1. So if you cross multiply, this is Q1 minus twice Q1 upon 2 is equal to, if we subtract 2 Q1 from Q1, so this means 1 minus 2 is minus Q1 upon 2. Okay, so in this here we can write it like this. It comes out to be 18 minus Q1 upon 2. Okay, to this we multiply Q1. So let me rub this out here. So this is our total revenue for firm 1. Now what is the marginal revenue for firm 1? Simply, or let us solve it further here. This becomes 18 Q1 minus this Q1 is multiplied to each of these terms, so this becomes Q1 square upon 2. Okay, so what is marginal revenue for firm 1? Marginal revenue for firm 1 is the derivative of total revenue for firm 1 with respect to Q1. Okay, so if we differentiate it with respect to Q1, we will get the marginal revenue. Derivative of Q1 is 1, so we are left with 18 minus derivative of Q1 square is 2Q1, so 2Q1 upon 2. Okay, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, which implies our marginal revenue is equal to 18 minus Q1. Okay, now profit maximization requires we equate marginal revenue for firm 1 with its marginal cost. Okay, so what is the marginal revenue? Marginal revenue which we calculated, 18 minus Q1 should be equal to marginal cost for firm 1 is 9. Okay, so if we solve for Q1, transposing this here, this will become Q1 is equal to 18 minus 9, which means Q1 should produce 9 units of output in order to maximize its profits. Okay, I hope I make myself clear in this video. If you like these videos, please share with your friends. That is the only motivation for me. So I'm just doing this uh, for you people. I have no monetary benefit in making these videos. It is my what you call an hobby to make these very videos. Okay, so I will ask you people to please share this channel with your friends. That will keep me in in good separators to make more video for you people. Okay, so let me repeat it here again. We were being given a Stackelberg duopoly model. Okay, this was the total demand function for in this industry. Okay, we were being told that one firm, that is Stackelberg Leader, has a marginal cost of 9 and the follower has marginal cost of 0. We were told to find out the mag, profit maximizing level of output produced by the leader. Okay, for that what we write, first we took the industry demand function. Okay, to calculate the firm one's optimal level of output, first we need to find out the reaction function for firm 2. How do we find the reaction function? I have explained it here a little bit. Actually, I have made videos on that, on Carnot duopoly model, where I have explained what is meant by this reaction function. Okay, first we find out the reaction function for firm 2, and then we take that very reaction function and put the value of Q2 into the total revenue function of 1. Okay, and after that